So we're back from my little hiatus. I'm going to be filming a few more battle reports. As you might notice from the layout of my room now, it's changed a fair bit. And good old lovely British weather. But I got a little treat for you. I thought I would get out my Grey Knights for their first battle report. So we're going to put Grey Knights, my most recent army I'm collecting, against Eldar, the very first army I collected. So let's go through what we got then. Let's go for Eldar first. So we got leading the force, we got Prince Yriel. Haven't used Yriel in quite a long time, so I thought, what better way to do than put him in the battle report. We then got a 10-man Guardian squad with a scatter laser. Yes, I know it looks like a Shuriken cannon, it's a scatter laser. And a Warlock with Enbolden. And we got 5 Pathfinders. Those back there are my Crimson Eagles. Oh no, they're Crimson Vultures, sorry. Otherwise known as Swooping Hawks. So we got 8 of them with a Exarch with a Hawk's Talon. We then got 8 Scorpions with an Exarch with Scorpion's Claw. We got a Wraithlord with Wraithsword and a Star Cannon. And then lastly we got 2 Warwalkers, each one with a Scatter Laser and a Shuriken Cannon. So then we're going over to the Grey Knights. Leading the force, we got Inquisitor Coteaz. We've also got a Ordo Malleus Inquisitor with power armour, a demon blade and brain mines. We got a Vindicare assassin. And then we got lots of troops. So we got one squad here with 6 white acolytes and power armour and bolt guns. Lovely 2nd edition models. Then the 2 drones back there are my Daemonhosts, and they have been converted. I'm just need to paint them up and the like. We've then got another one unit with 2 Crusaders and 4 Death Cult Assassins. And of course both squads have got a Chimera. We then got another squad with 10 white acolytes, 2 of which have got flamers, and then 1 Jacaro Weaponsmith, which is my shield drone back there. And they're in a Chimera with a dozer blade and heavy flamers. We then got a strike squad with a silencer, and we've got a Grey Knight Dreadnought with assault cannon and Psybolt ammunition. So I will get on and deploy, set up the board and get us going then. Alright, so rolled off to see what mission we got. We got Dawn of War mission with 1 objective each. So 1 objective there and the other one just there. Grey Knights rolled off to go first. They deployed just the strike squad up in the building here. Everything else is in reserve. And the Eldar have deployed their Pathfinders in the ruins over here, and the Guardian squad peeking out from the corner of that building, and everything else of theirs is in reserve. So we will go. Oh, before we go on to turn 1, well, we'll have to see what the demon weapons and the like did. So the Jacaro Weaponsmith made all weapons in that squad rending, and the Demon Blade give him +3 attacks and made his Demon Blade a power weapon. So let's go on to Grey Knight turn 1. So the Grey Knights brought all their stuff on from reserve, keeping a few units back in the vehicles. Chimeras moved forward as fast as they could, all popping smoke. Dreadnought and the Vindicator ran to get in better view, and the only shooting came from the strike squad who shot at the Guardians, but rolled double 1 for night fighting, so they were able to see a grand total of 6 inches, which is nowhere near enough. So let's go into the Eldar turn 1. So the Eldar's turn, fairly uneventful shooting as well. Most units couldn't see, and the ones which did failed to do anything to the Chimeras over here. The Scorpions, Hawks and Yriel were kept in reserve for later on in the game. But otherwise, there's not much else which happened. It's gone to turn 2 when night fighting will be over, and hopefully something might happen. So, the Grey Knights made up for the last turn a little bit. Everything moved up. The Warwalkers over there got completely shredded by the Dreadnought. It's knocked off all but one scat laser off all of the Warwalkers. And the one Warwalker with no weapons obviously can't shoot next turn. But they're not doing much left. The Strike Squad shot up the Guardians, killing 2 of them. Vindicare Assassin had an attempt at the Warlock in that squad, but he passes a vulnerable save. And that's about it. A whole pile of firepower was poured into the Pathfinders, but they passed all their 2+ cover saves. So, we'll go on to Eldar turn 2. So, all the reinforcements, with the exception of the Yriel, arrived this turn. The Scorpions arrived on this flank. Hawks deep striked, shot all their las blasters and killed the Vindicare Assassin over here. The Scorpions here fired their Shuriken pistols into the side armor here, managed to glance at once and remove the multi-laser off the Chimera. And the Pathfinders managed to kill one of these strike squads. But other than that, not much else happened, with most of the other shots missing completely. So let's go into Grey Knight turn 3. So not much happened here again. They lost 2 Guardians over there, 5 from the strike squad again. Down here the Hawks were completely killed, with combined fire from the heavy bolter from the Chimera and Coteaz's group, which disembarked from their Chimera to engaged and then consolidated back 6 inches. And this squad decided to shoot them up as their Daemonhosts rolled a 5 this turn, giving them a Strength 4 AP3 blast. However, all the blast managed to do was successfully scatter back onto their own squad and kill one of themselves, killing none in return. However, the bolt guns from the Warrior Acolytes managed to kill one of them. However, they also messed up because they realised they couldn't assault and are probably going to get assaulted now, so not looking good for them now. But anyway, so let's go on to Eldar turn 3. So the Eldar are starting to claw back. The Scorpions charged into the squad here, completely obliterating the squad and catching the survivors in the swooping advance. The Pathfinders, though they did nothing, they have to be commended because they managed to roll to hit. They managed to roll nothing but 5s and 6s, so all their shots were AP1, and they didn't roll a single 4 to wound. So they used up all their good rolls to start with. We lost one of the Crusaders from Coteaz's squad. The Razorback is stunned. The Strike Squad up here lost 2 of their members, but they passed their leadership to stay. And Yriel turned up and threw his spear Twilight, taking off the heavy flame off the Chimera here. So let's go on to Grey Knight turn 4. So just as it looked like it was going Eldar's way, Grey Knights pull out another one. Coteaz and his squad ran off and attacked the Scorpions, killing them all down to the last man with just the Deathcot Assassins. The Pathfinders, they lost 2 of their number to Chimeras, but they managed to pass the leadership test, rolling a 3. This squad turboed up here, let loose their flamers, taking off 2 and las pistols, taking off 2 wounds off Yriel, and killing all but the Warlock from the Guardian squad back there, only to have the Strike Squad pick him out at the last second. So let's go on to Eldar turn 4. So there's a massive empty space where guardsmen once were, as Yriel charged straight into them, unleashing his eye, killing all but the Chimera Weaponsmith, and then running him down through swooping advances. However, not much else happened. Every other marine and tank and whatnot is still standing, but there's not much left on the field for either side, at least infantry-wise. So let's see what the Grey Knights can do on their turn 5. So last turn 5 of Grey Knights, just a whole pile of moving about. They managed to put 1 wound onto the Wraithlord finally. However, they did not much to anything else. Literally just moving about to claim objectives on the last turn. So we'll see what Eldar will do in return. So Eldar have done all they can to disrupt the Grey Knights on their on turn 5. Managed to kill off the Silencer strike marine over here, but 1 marine still remains there and is in range to hold the objective. They managed to wreck the Chimera here and then charged contents. Yriel managed to killing some of the squad, not dying himself, which is always a plus. But he's holding them in combat. So currently it's 1-1. So does the game end? No, it doesn't. So we're going on to Grey Knight turn 6. So Grey Knights have been doing all they can to hold on to their objectives. They've managed to shoot up the Wraithlord and finish it off in combat with the Dreadnought. Yriel was finally killed by Coteaz. However, Yriel first did 2 wounds to Coteaz, and the Crusader was also killed by a kick to the face from one of the Warwalkers. The Heavy Flamer Chimera over here barbecued and killed all but one of the Pathfinders, and even another Chimera had to go at tank shocking them to try and get on and off the objective. But we'll see what Eldar can do with their 3 models left at turn 6. So at the end of that rather short turn, the Warwalkers managed to finish off the last of the Death Cult assassins. However, the Coteaz knocked off one of the weapons, so they are now weaponless, literally just kicking at the heels of Coteaz. So let's see if the game continues. It does, which is not a good sign for the Eldar. So we'll go on to Grey Knight. We'll round Grey Knight and Eldar into one turn, so let's go on to turn 7. So that's the end of turn 7, and as you might be able to tell, it's a victory for Grey Knights. They've managed to table the Eldar. However, if they hadn't, it probably would have been a very close game even so, because they've only got 1 troops choice left, and it's a 1 model size squad holding the objective, so it was a very close game. But ultimately, Grey Knights win in their first battle report. So, hope to do a few more of these Grey Knight battle reports once I've finished painting more of the models. As you can tell, there's a lot of black still in the army. But I'll get on that, and I will see you all next time.